we can. I do have something to do at 1, so hopefully it's done by then. But what's up, y'all?
Yeah, I got work right when we get off here.
Oh man, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought we was all off
Oh, you
today. I thought we was. Oh, I forget you. Like I was
Oh, you
off.
good, brother?
I was off when I worked with that part of the population. What's going on, y'all? West Coast Weekly. Shout out to all 2 of y'all for jumping on immediately. I'm Suge Wrestling. That's Matty Laws. We can't seem to get it together with his face on
In
the
a box.
screen. Oh, go ahead, brother.
Oh, I said in a box.
In a box, yeah. No, we can't seem to get it together with Matty on the screen. I don't know if it's the platform or the Wi-Fi, but we live. It's been a while. It's been
It's just stupid legs.
yeah. It's we haven't done something like this since like June, July, and it's September. Our bad. It's been a wild summer. Hopefully, y'all have enjoyed a little break. We've enjoyed our break. I done messed around and got so important at work that somebody else wanted to hire me, and I'm important there too. Hopefully, we can get back on our regular when I get back to my shift. Maddie, anything new with you besides football season?
Football season is starting this Thursday. Yeah, for the next 18 weeks, I'm going to be strapped to a fucking couch every Sunday.
Every Sunday. And y'all go show the Raw Ball podcast some love. Y'all y'all tune in when Maddie is stuck to this couch. I'm trying to get this lighting right so it doesn't hurt in my face. But yeah, we came on talking about Tony Khan's newest creation, El Clone. I want to get your thoughts on
I
our
hate
boy
it.
El
I hate it
Clone.
so much.
Tell us why.
This feels just like a copy and paste of Sin Cara Negro when they were doing Sin Cara Blue versus Sin Cara Black. I I hope it's not because the person behind the gimmick supposedly is a top tier luchador. But yeah, to just name the guy the clone is yeah, I'm not happy about this gimmick. It feels less than half baked.
Yeah, so I've been making this comparison for a minute. Some ideas sort of seem like you do it and then you think about it, versus you think about it and then you do it. And this might be one of those. Like
I
you
just
have
hope
to
that the gimmick itself is over and we see Aries do something legitimate.
that too. And remember, AEW will use both of your personas while you work for them. I don't know if this is a secret, but Serpentico does work as himself. So he'll put his mask on and be Serpentico, and then he'll take his mask off and wrestle as his unmasked persona. I'm not gonna name the name, just to sort of keep the mystique there, because some people still think this
You're
is
not going
real.
to
Like,
kayfabe them.
yeah, no, some people still think this is real. Like a lot of people on TikTok still think this is real, and I'm sad because it's my people, and it makes me nervous to interact because I heard this lady went off like cussing that Roman Reigns got written off TV when he's playing Akuma. So it just didn't make it don't make sense to me. Ah, it's just me by myself.
And I'm back.
Hey, and we're back. I got nervous for a second because I saw more of my house than I should right now. Because it's like wait a minute, I only clean. I'm still working on cleaning. Um, I t- I took a break yesterday to rest, and I just left the gym. So it's like I'm gonna get to the rest. Don't mind that box there. That box there is is a working box. I need
What's a
somewhere to
work
store
box?
my no. So I need somewhere to store my drum heads for
Oh,
my
okay. I
snare
got
drums. And I don't have a shelf unit right now. So like they just sort of slide in there. I'm gonna buy a few more in a couple weeks. Like I used to have a vast collection of snare drum heads for different studio applications, but they somehow got away from me.
So, Shug, do you want to go from one ridiculously dumb thing to potentially the most ridiculously dumb thing that we saw all this last month?
Yes. Oh, so we're talking
And
about
there be some wrestlers that just have unchecked CTE, it seems.
quite a few. Which one are we referring to now?
We're going to be referring to the Raja Jackson incident.
Ah, okay. So this leads me to question if CTE might be generational.
I mean, very potentially.
No, like so there was a I don't some of y'all might remember people who were on Black Twitter, but during pandemic there was taking black sayings and making them into thesis.
In the thesis?
Yeah, into like a thesis title, right?
Okay.
So one of them just so happened to be, "I'm gonna hit you so hard, your grandkids are gonna feel it." Can CTE be generational? And that's what I thought when I first saw this sort of story. I want to start out by saying this: people have gotten me. This whole story has changed the way my timeline looks because while again, I think Roger Jackson should be in jail. He should be dealing with the California justice system right about now.
Does he
With
not?
all of his flaws. From what I understand, there's been no arrest made. I could sit and check, because you can look up people in the system. But from what I understand, at this point today, Psycho Stu has been released from the hospital and he's resting at home. He still has a long road to recovery. His GoFundMe has been successful. Shout out to everybody for contributing to that. I know Chris Jericho dropped a substantial amount of money on there. As he always does, Chris Jericho is one of the most giving wrestlers in the business. Anytime someone is injured or someone is raising something for wrestling or in the wrestling space, you can always
Yeah,
find his name.
you always see his name on like the GoFundMe pages. It's like it's always him. It's always a donation from the Jackson brothers because they're booking aside. They're really good people.
Absolutely.
Uh, it's always Jericho. It's always the Bucks. You always see Cody, no matter what, doing like a donation drop. Like
Yeah.
it's always like the usual suspects that drop a lot of money whenever it comes to like a wrestler's GoFundMe.
Right. Like I remember even freak accidents. Like I remember when that one wrestler blew both his knees out and they just went that way
Oh
and he was
yeah,
coming on. Yeah, he donated a substantial amount of money then. What we also come to find out is this could be detrimental to Knox Pro, but apparently they are directing the police to only interview certain people. But a lot has come out. This is a very unique situation. I'm sure you've all seen it. Shout out to all of y'all for tuning in. I know everybody has seen it by now. A couple of unique
And if you
things that, huh?
if you haven't seen it, there is a great breakdown video of it on Chiseled Adonis's YouTube channel.
Yes. So it was a very unfortunate situation. This changed my whole timeline because unfortunately a lot of people don't have a high enough IQ on a functioning day-to-day level to voice their dissatisfaction with the situation without racism.
Yeah, there was a lot of people saying a lot of out of pocket shit about this. Like, you can totally look at the situation and go, hey, Roger Jackson is in the wrong and deserves to be in jail for the assault that he committed. And you can say that without being racist. And a
Right.
lot of people don't seem to know that.
No, so and the day of, this happened Saturday night, Sunday morning when I eventually woke up and saw it. The first thing I said was, I'm not making any excuses for one Raja Jackson, but it's crazy how the closet racists come out, and like that post got a lot of reposts, and there was 6 comments, 5 of which I couldn't see. And look, you could call me whatever you want. The algorithm took care of that. But the one that did come through kind of confused me. It was like, so someone using racial slurs is more important than someone committing attempted murder. Yeah, because I have discourse with some of y'all on the daily, and now you showing me how you feel about somebody who look like me, and like I don't want to be associated with you if you consider me one of the good ones.
Yeah, because that ain't right either.
Yeah, so like the hard racism is a hard line, but I will say it. Roger Jackson deserves to be in jail. He's probably deserves more time than he's going to get.
Yeah, because if there's no cooperation really coming from the promotion at all, this might not even get actual anything to it. They might just
Yeah,
drop charges.
I think at this point, I'm not sure if Psycho Stu has pressed charges, but I want to talk about further reaction because we've already said Roger Jackson probably deserves more than what he's going to get. Mark Henry had great points, and a lot of people, like because they are unwilling to acknowledge it, two things can be true, have made posts disowning Mark Henry and saying they're not a fan anymore. But I feel like if and there's several other good points. I'd love to bring up a friend of ours, Fez. Fez, we're praying for you. Hopefully, everything gets better for you soon. But Fez always says, a broken clock is right twice a day. And I'm not gonna lie to you. While AJ Mana is a piece of trash for letting someone else handle his beef for him, he also made some good points. Like why is there drinking going on backstage?
Yeah, that should not be going on broad daylight, before performance, because that was pre-show.
Right. This is again. Why are you messing with somebody who's not a worker? Like you bashed him upside the head with a gimmick beer can and expected him to sell in front of who?
Well, see, for that one, I think he saw that the cameras were rolling and that there was like a stream going on. So I think in his mind, which is probably slightly inebriated, in his
Fair.
mind, he thought this was a worker And like immediately after he cracks him over the head with the beer can, you do hear someone in the background go, "Hey, he's not a worker." And then he immediately starts apologizing and trying to make it in a weird way. He tried to like big brother, little brother the situation because like he tried to like give him a hug and shit.
Yeah, that was weird. And another thing I want to point out, I think this might be one of the first crimes like where the police aren't like actively there that was live streamed. Like I've seen people who have been chased by police kick on a live stream, like on an Instagram live or something crazy like that. Just like I'm streaming on my personal platform just for clout. But I feel like this was the first incident in which like a streamer was streaming the entire thing and we got bits and pieces of what happened to a actual crime
Live.
like live. And like since I think Mark Henry was right. There was some unprofessionalism there, but I'll also say there is blame to lie in Rampage Jackson. And I'm not going to sit here and go to what everyone has been going to, which is this video clip of him saying he knows he's going to need bail money for his older two kids versus his younger children. And like, there's an entire breakdown I can do of that as a father, but I'm not going to do that. I will say this: I don't think Rampage was right in involving his children in his platform because his platform is centered around rage baiting. If you haven't seen his live stream, like you can pay him $5 and call him whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do that to anybody, really. But it seems like his audience is centered around
Getting
pissing
him.
him off.
Yeah, and that's I understand that people get a kick out of those reactions. Like I saw somebody, to he was getting his hair cut by a barber. It said so and so paid $5 and said that barber ain't cutting nothing but hopes and dreams. Even the barber lost
Man, imagine you're just doing your job and someone's like, man, you're not doing shit but hopes and dreams.
it. He's paying you for nothing, and the barber knows. Like as a bald person, I don't go to the barber anymore. Like I don't need to pay you money to shave my head. I got it, bro. Like I need a one and a half, a two, two and a half at most, and I can blend this out. I don't need you. But I think that Rampage Jackson should have shown a little bit more discernment involving his kids in that because if you watch the whole thing, the incident happened. The biggest rage baiter was AJ Mana, who was like, "Yo, get your lick back, you get your receipt." Even
And
though,
I'll be
again,
there to stop you.
yeah, and if anyone's there to stop you, I'll run out. Which he did not run out, by the way. I want to point that out. When
Yeah, he wasn't in the ring at all, was he?
he was not in the ring at all when the incident went down. And then, of course, the biggest person to blame here is Raja Jackson because you sat here for an entire stream and let people egg you on and egg you on and egg you on, and then now you all of a sudden feel like you have something to prove because, like, if you're a rage baiter and you bitch out, ain't nobody gonna tune back in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Like
When
if but the thing is, he was detailing to his people
what he was
what
gonna
he
do,
was about to do. What he
right?
was about to do, which makes this so much worse on his ass. Like this
Right.
is
That's
full
evidence.
incrimination.
Yeah. Like I hope that he get what's coming to him. But there are quite a few ways this could have ended differently. But again, The bulk of the blame here is on the person who did it. There's,
Yeah,
there's no
just like
excusing
there's
that.
no excuse for what happened there.
That was it was a sloppy double leg and 22 attempted punches with 20 landed. And unfortunately, the promoter did have a hand in this thing. You're gonna have a run in with him later because of this. To try to calm him down, make him look good for the stream. So it's a lot. It's a lot of moving pieces here.
Yeah, the whole situation is fucky, dude.
Because even if you watch the footage, the wrestlers themselves are just sitting there like, what's going on? The ref is standing there like, what's going on? It took the wrestler who responded. I don't remember his name, but they call him Epic. Shout out to you, bro.
Because he put his body on the line over there.
Yeah,
Raja was not stopping.
no, but wrestling fans know. If you watch enough wrestling, you've seen a fan run in before, and everyone involved that's supposed to be involved in the what's happening will stop what they're doing and destroy whoever runs into the ring.
Fucking Earl Hebner's gotten his licks in before.
Yeah, like you remember, I'll give you the last real big one I remember is when somebody tried to rush Bret Hart when he was giving his Hall of Fame induction speech.
Oh my god. And got rushed by FTR.
FTR got real licks in. FTR said, "This is for
FTR were the first two motherfuckers in there.
your." FTR said, "You're not gonna bother our fave." If CM Punk was there, he would have been right there with him.
He put the beating on that boy.
And then there was that one dude who ran. He ran in on Seth Rollins, and I still have the
Oh
video of that.
yeah.
And he said he did it
The
for the
video of
family.
him. Okay, I was about to say the video of him tackling Seth or the video of him crashing out after getting kicked out of the arena.
I think that was not after getting kicked out of the arena. That's when they let him out of PD. Like he was, I believe he's leaving the local precinct talking all that mess. They kept him because they realized he was not all there. But even in a situation like that, you had somebody taking advantage of this man he's not all there mentally, who might have who I believe was mentally challenged, but there was a fake Seth Rollins page that was asking him for gift cards.
That was like egging him on or some shit like
No,
that.
they were scamming him.
Oh, they scammed him. Okay.
They were
Oh, it was like
taking.
the live. It was like the Liv Morgan scammer that like got four people, right?
Yeah, so people, you got to watch out. People will sit here and act like they got locked out of their account and then ask you for stuff to help them out when they're on the road, like a gift card, Apple gift cards and stuff like that. And people who are still thinking this is real are just sending off their money.
It's sad, dude. That's really fucked up.
Very much so. And even while we're on subject, French fans ought to be ashamed of themselves, dog. Did you see? Did you see Sheamus have to step in so a lady didn't get trampled?
Wait, they had dude, that was Rhea.
No, no, that was Rhea that almost got trampled.
The video of her trying to get to her Uber and shit.
Oh no, so I'm talking about a different video. I saw that, but there's this video of Sheamus like in a hotel lobby or something, and everybody rushes him, and he has to stop what he's doing because it's this woman that you can't even see in the camera. It's that thick in there. He has to like part the sea for her and check and see if she's okay.
So good guy Sheamus.
Good guy, Sheamus. But also, shame on y'all for what you did to Rhea Ripley. Y'all had Y'all had my favorite, Roxanne Perez, out there fully bodyguarded down.
I mean, to be fair, Roxanne is like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah,
I would want her to have bodyguards around her no matter what.
true. Absolutely. But yeah, because listen, Roxanne Perez is holding that women's division together. Roxanne Perez has made your favorite look great in the past few years. Let's
I mean, yeah.
so
So what
what are we
what
hitting
do we hop
first?
to next? Because we've got about half an hour and we've got two pay-per-views to hit.
Yeah. Do you want to
Which one
run
were you
through
more excited about?
Death Before Dishonor?
So let's talk about Clash in Paris first.
Okay, because I to be honest, I still have half of Clash in Paris to watch.
All right. Well, there was only 5 matches, so we can
So
zip.
I got two more left.
So, oh, dude, I was on the final two earlier, and I just finished those, so we can
Okay.
zip through that real quick. Um, the first match on the card was
Uh,
Roman versus Bronson. Roman versus Bronson Reed.
yeah.
Just a big boy match. Roman doesn't get to have big boy matches like this.
I enjoyed everything this match was because, like, y'all know I'm a fan of the big meaty men slapping meat. That's my one of my favorite matches. I watched Ice Train versus Scott Norton the other day.
Oh, the one that Cap recommended to you?
Yeah, that was
Dude, that's a meat fest. Those two
yeah.
beat the shit out of each other.
I'm probably gonna end up watching that again today. But
It was like they had actual beef coming into the match.
they do because he stole at least two pair of shoes that I mean he clearly didn't want because he gave away anyway. But I like the story they're now telling with both Becky and no, not Becky, Charlotte and Roman. Y'all have been gone. Y'all have had your time. And while y'all were hogging up all the spotlight, we were down here fighting for scraps, trying to get better.
Mm.
So you like it's not gonna be what it was when Roman held the belt hostage for almost 5 years.
Yeah, because there are some very hungry, very anxious talent that are waiting for their spot.
I feel
And
like
nobody shows that urgency like Braun Breaker. Really.
oh that was beautiful. I was waiting for it. I enjoyed what Bronson Reed was able to do with his time. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it made him look incredibly threatening. You had in Roman Reigns' last two wins, even though the last one he wasn't involved in the pin, he's been looking more like Sami Zayn than Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And y'all
And
know
Roman is selling his ass off, dude.
right, and y'all know my like how I feel about Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn doesn't win decisively. Sami Zayn wins by the skin of his teeth. And I mean, Jay had to pull it together last time. This time he won with a real sneaky spear, like a sneaky spear. He's out here working like more like Jay,
Oh, yeah.
because we've hardly been convinced of Jay being able to handle what he's been able to handle. He's working more like that, and I appreciate it. And then they wrote him off TV so fantastically.
Mm. Yeah, once Roman got that the Shula Fala, by the way, hilarious name.
The Shula, the tribal thief, and the Shula Fala.
Yeah, Bronson Reed's on an all-time run right now. My man's is working his ass off.
Bronson Reed has been on a run since he left, since he got fired from WWE the first time.
I still can't believe that they fired him the first time.
Because Jonah Rock was killing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, once he got the shoes back, started throwing them back to the crowd, Braun Breaker decided to just lawn dart himself into the fucking ground. That man went at a full-fledged 75-degree angle.
And he sat there for a minute, and I know he was hurting. I have never seen Braun Breaker do a table spot, even with the one where he jumps and like cross bodies you from inside the ring to the table.
Hmm.
What he's been doing the past few weeks. I have never seen a spot Braun Breaker does with a table and thought, that looked like it didn't hurt.
That looked safe.
That looked painful.
No, Braun threw himself like a fucking lawn dart.
And my favorite part is I feel like Braun Breaker is like he gets halfway up the ramp and he's like, that wasn't my best work.
Always, every time.
I
I
think I
gotta
got a
do it
little more
again.
in me.
And yeah, no, the way that they wrote Roman off, having him stretchered down, and then Bronson Reed just hitting him with like five fucking tsunamis.
And then Jay coming out too. That makes it more real because
Yeah, that someone actually tried to help him.
yes, Roman still has at least one friend.
Jimmy at home with Naomi. Ah, shit! I knew I should have went to Paris. Watching them
Ah,
get their ass beat. You know what, babe? I think I'm happy I'm here.
because Jimmy can travel internationally. But yeah, wild work. I I feel like in TikTok went crazy because apparently Roman Reigns is TikTok's favorite wrestler
So it makes sense.
amongst amongst my people.
How it's not the Great Khali blows my mind, but
No, it's no. But believe me, Rhea Ripley and Roman Reigns are TikTok's favorite wrestlers, and it's not because of their wrestling ability. It's because y'all thirsty.
oh yeah, dude, TikTok's just full of thirsty people.
Thirst. The thirst is real. Again, I get it because the whole I watch wrestling for the plot thing started on TikTok, and then y'all show the plot and why y'all watch wrestling. For those of you who aren't on TikTok, have y'all seen the Will Hobbs meme? Basically that. Have you
All
seen
right,
it, Matty?
next, which Will Hobbs meme?
The one where the little the white girl's over his shoulder just fiending.
No, I
Uh,
might
okay.
I might need you to send this to me.
No, I gotta send it to you. Um,
While you sending me that, we'll hop on to the next match, which was the. I
I'm so
don't think it
upset.
was the Donnybrook. It was the tag team match,
I'm
right?
so upset. Let me say this. I love Bray Wyatt just as much as the next person. Was equally devastated when Bray Wyatt left us. We haven't seen someone get over that creatively and then create an entire universe ever. Some of my favorite entrances ever have been Firefly entrances. That being said, you cannot continue to hold the SmackDown tag team division with some of the greatest tag teams on the planet down with this gimmick. Why do I say this? Why does it take 5 people for you to retain the tag team championships?
Yeah, because everybody be getting involved. Everybody.
Everybody. And if this was the Death Riders, y'all'd be tired of it.
I mean, I'm kind of tired of it. I was tired of the Death Riders a while ago, though.
I,
And
I'm I'm already tired of the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six is not the best tag team on SmackDown. The Wyatt Six isn't even the configuration of the Wyatt Six we're seeing isn't even the best possible tag team they can get out of the group because Eric Rowan is a tag team specialist of the group.
I think if you put Rowan and Loomis together, that would be the squad.
I 100% would either be Eric and Loomis or Eric and Gacy, but not Loomis and Gacy.
Well, I can't lie. I do like Loomis and Gacy working together, but they shouldn't be tag team champions over the Profits, who, unfortunately, I've heard a lot of rumors this might be their last match together before a split.
I'm so tired.
Um,
They're
you
just
got the
too
Motor
good.
City Machine Guns. You've got DIY. Like SmackDown is full of tag teams. Like they could have their own modern day SmackDown 6.
They have. We saw that in the tag team match that they put on.
Well, that was like 6 teams though, wasn't it, or 5 teams?
Yeah, because I am not leaving Fraxium out of the conversation.
No,
Fraxium,
Fraxium is. I'm surprised they didn't split them in NXT, and I'm really happy they brought them on the main roster together.
Fraxium gives me such good vibes. Fraxium reminds me of one of my favorite tag teams from my childhood, Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Can we start giving Nathan Frazier some stem cells now, so that way those knees never go bad?
Yeah, because I thought Nathan Frazier was next in the Seth Riders, which is what I'm calling it. I won't. I'm definitely not calling it division after Becky joined, but I thought he.
If Becky actually joins, then I'll start calling them the Seth Riders. But
No, we're here.
like,
This
I,
is good enough for me. Like
I only saw that as Becky helping out because Paul and the others weren't there.
Paul did get choked out. That was funny.
Well, no,
Like,
what was even funnier was the interaction between Bronson, Braun, and Pierce in the background, where he's just screaming at them,
what about Paul?
"You can go with him."
What about Paul? Like, no, for real. Like, first of all, can we point out that this is a great callback to when Paul Heyman turned on CM Punk and Roman Reigns
Mm.
after Mania, when he cut the promo and said that the only reason Roman Reigns came back is to get his stupid Ula Fala back, not because they put me through a table.
Yeah.
These wrestling callbacks are getting great. Also, shout out to Ricochet and the Gates of Agony for the callback to Ricochet trying to join the Hurt Business.
Yeah, that was what, 8 months?
Yes, I love it. Let's have more of this where the wrestling makes sense. Like you don't have to make up anything else. Just go with what you already got.
You've got two heel factions that can totally beef because one of them slighted the other. That is totally perfectly fine.
That's it. Petty or not, like I love it.
Like shit. Remember when the Hurt Business showed up to fucking fight off like that stupid ass retribution gimmick when they were fucking up the ringside? Like
Yeah,
they just showed up because they were like, we're tired of this shit.
yeah.
Like that's what they should be doing.
Hey, we work here too, and we don't like it.
Hey, we're the ones that fuck shit up around here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we've been here longer. Get in the back of the line. I love that. Like don't sit here and ham it up. Just keep it as real as we possibly can. A shout out to y'all. We got 60 people in here. Shout out to
Damn.
all of y'all. Thank y'all for staying with us even through our inconsistencies.
Yeah, it's been a few months since we've been on, and say, damn.
We missed y'all. Real talk. Like this was a highlight of my week. And I can't wait to get back when my schedule gets right. Speaking of people getting right, as much as I dislike Nikki Bella is in the greatest shape of her career.
This was not a bad match. I mean, that was a major botch,
Yeah,
horrible botch.
I think it was a missed spot instead of it's less of a bot, more of a missed spot. People weren't where they were supposed to be. But, as a Nikki Bella detractor, the fact that she's in the greatest shape of her life and she still got child support payments to make means that we're going to be in this for a very long time. This was not the last we're going to see of Nikki Bella. Also, I shudder to think that the Women's World Heavyweight Championship is vacant.
Yeah, apparently Pierce is going to make an announcement about that on today's Raw.
Also, like WWE, we know y'all don't care about us. Like we can see that. But y'all wrong for moving the AJ Styles match out of Paris and also taking Stephanie Vaquer away from Paris. First,
Well,
I
they're still wrestling at Paris. They're just wrestling today as opposed of last night.
okay. So AJ Styles is still going to wrestle tonight.
Yeah, AJ versus Dom for the IC title is today.
I wish we would have got that yesterday. But hey, we're still
And I think
getting it.
Stephanie Vaquer is wrestling tonight.
Stephanie Vaquer is probably going to take on. I hope it's not Nikki Bella.
It'd probably be Rhea if I have any guess.
Run me Roxanne Perez versus Stephanie Vaquer right now.
Best I can give you is a Raquel Gonzalez.
I don't want to see the back versus Stephanie Vaquer. Even though she's been doing some great work as of late. I ain't gonna
No,
hold you.
straight up. Once Kevin Nash was like, "Hey, work your size," she has definitely improved in her in ring.
Yeah, because it's a lot of stuff you don't have to do when you're that big. And also, I want to say this. Shout out to the current administration of WWE for getting women of all shapes and sizes into the ring because I I would have never thought I would have saw Roxanne Perez and Jordan Grace in WWE at the same time Zelina Vega is in WWE. I think those might be like the three smallest people on the roster.
I mean, yet how tall is Jordan Grace?
Five even.
Damn,
Yeah. Swole is all hell, but five even.
built like Hammerstein or Hammerstone.
Built like that one fish from like the swole fish. Big, just big. Like I love it. I love that. I love it. Also, Hammerstone. He should be NWA champion.
Is he in NWA right now?
He is. I feel like that'd be a good look for him. I They just took the belt off Tom Latimer, which NWA is just keen on putting the belt on people I never thought would hold the belt. I never
I
thought
mean,
Nick
it's
Aldis
what
was
you
gonna lose it.
it's what you've got to do whenever you don't like whenever you're still trying to build yourself back up.
Yeah, but I guess they're done with Matt Cardona. I was about to call him Zack Ryder for a second. Trevor
What
Murdoch has moved on.
wasn't Cardona shooting on the NWA for like not paying or some shit like that?
He said what we said. He said they was paying his Sizzler coupons. Were you there when we made that joke? I think
Oh yeah.
they just slapped the belt on the table. Yeah, surf and turf for the whole party. You see it.
Champion. Um, Up
I
next,
love
I
how
think was. Oh, go ahead.
I love how Becky Lynch is winning with this technical pin, and I hope the Lynch pin name sticks.
I mean, I love that. That's what Wade Barrett called it on commentary. That was chef's kiss.
Wade Barrett and them have not missed on commentary.
No,
My
they have a great dynamic, and you see some people in the IWC saying Wade Barrett is not a good commentator. They just ain't listening.
honestly, you have to. Wade Barrett has a ton of callbacks in his stuff. Like I love how Wade Barrett mentioned the fact that Roman Reigns only wrestled 4 matches in 2025, and to be honest, we might only get two more because they didn't wrote him off TV so he can go play Akuma.
That would be wild if that's who he's playing.
That's the only. No, I'm pretty sure. Who else would he play in Street Fighter?
Is he booked for Street Fighter? Because I know Cody is.
I think it's gonna be Cody is Guile, and again, the Guile theme song has been stuck in my head since last night. And Roman Reigns is Akuma. That's what the streets are rumoring. Because why else would he need to be written off TV?
It would be interesting to see him as. I want to see a Roman act. I want to see how he is as an actor.
He doesn't have to say anything as Akuma.
No, he doesn't. He's just got a grunt.
Yeah, he just has to aura farm, and he got that. Like we've seen Hobbs and Shaw, we know he can aura farm.
Um,
So we got Cena and Logan Paul next,
oh
and
no, we got the Donnybrook first. There was one more match
oh,
before this. We had 6 matches.
so I did see bits and pieces of the Donnybrook
Yeah, it was
again.
another meat slapper. Just two big men beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and again, Wade Barrett on commentary. Sheamus has only tapped like twice in his career. One of them had, I think, was both. Are both of them to Rusev?
They might be. I want because he's never tapped to the walls of Jericho. Because I think he beat Jericho. No, he's tapped out to the label lock.
That works. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm okay with that. I'm 100% fine with that. Rusev and Brian Daniels, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him.
But yeah, this match has served exactly what it needed to. They just beat the shit out of each other, and it gave Rusev a win.
It did. He needed it.
All right. But yes, Cena Logan next.
Hey, so Cena saw Nikki Bella hit the STF, and Cena said the STF is not going to be the highlight of this match.
It was not the highlight of the match, but he did slap it on Logan. I
I
did.
haven't. Yeah, Matty
He
had to
did
correct me
slap it
on that
on.
one. Um,
But
I
yeah, a night where both of them slapped on the STF. I bet you Cena's wife was sitting there going, "Huh."
that looks familiar. And then Cena said, "Okay, you gonna use my move? Watch this. I'm gonna use everybody else's move." John Cena hit a Styles Clash, a Code Red, which has been a part of his arsenal for years, but a Code Red followed by a Hurricane Rana is crazy.
Yeah,
A
Cena was
Hurricane Rana
pulling out
followed,
all the damn stops.
and a Angel's Wings.
I didn't see it. Did he pop out the springboard stunner or no?
I didn't see it, but that's a Cena move. That's an honorary mention on the 5 moves of doom.
But I saw someone on Twitter say that Logan Paul can't tell stories. Logan Paul is not that good of a pro wrestler. As much as I hate to say it, there's not a whole lot Logan Paul does that he's not good at.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
pro wrestling is one of those things. And this was a damn good match. Like, I think they went like 40 fucking minutes.
let me put it to you like this: in terms of being a wrestler, Logan Paul might not be the best wrestler. However, if you consider that this is a part of his business and he's a businessman and he's a damn good businessman, that makes him a good wrestler
Mm-hmm.
because he's not going to do things that expose him as a bad wrestler, besides maybe the buckshot lariat.
Yeah, that he still doesn't know how to land that thing.
Yeah, because it's too much hesitation in the buckshot lariat. You might as well just do a discus lariat at that point.
I mean, I still like watching Hangman do it. You still just are baffled. He does it so fucking smooth.
It's one solid movement with Hangman.
Like with Hangman, it is literally a fluid motion to do the buckshot lariat.
Seriously. Not so much with Logan Paul.
No, it kind of looks like he's about to bust an ACL trying to do the clothesline portion of it.
And that would be horrible. But bring Logan Paul in for your every once in a while. Ah, dang, I forgot. John Cena's next opponent is Brock Lesnar. I'm kind of sad now, but we'll
Now,
talk about we'll
uh,
talk about that later.
someone who's not going to be his opponent apparently is AJ Styles, which is why he busted out the Styles Clash, and he even said it in the post match interview. Uh, he said that there's some people that he's not able to face on this run. We've got I think 3 months left of the run itself, and he said that he's not got everybody that he's able to wrestle that he wants to. So he did some tributes
I
to
think
hopefully.
I think it wouldn't be too much for him to add a couple of dates in.
It is Cena, but
That was a heel tactic, and I loved it when he was a heel. He kind of felt like
well, yeah, because he
it.
would just keep pulling up the fucking dates and be like, "That's what you have left."
Put the dates on the board. That was hilarious. I also love the fact that he apologized to that one kid.
No, that was a really cool moment. I actually really like that.
But I still have to check this match out. And then we have the Fatal Four Way. Jay got busted up in the beginning of the show.
Now, when you go to watch this match, Suge, I'm going to ask you: watch the match all the way through without the ending in mind, and say, "Is this what I expected it to be?" The answer's going to be yes.
Yeah, we
It,
Seth Rollins
it
just ain't gonna lose. He's not.
it was your bog standard like WWE Fatal Four Way, main event, and they're never bad. They're always really good,
Yeah,
but they kind of follow the same formula every time.
yeah.
It was a good
I'm
match. It wasn't a great match.
underwhelming at best. That's what I'm calling it. We never expected Seth Rollins to lose the belt at this juncture of his career. At this point, why have him lose the belt when y'all did so much to put the belt on him?
Now the swerve. Well, can you even call it a swerve? Because like, I guess Becky would be the one person. Well, Fraser's about the same build.
Yeah, yeah. Not gonna hold you. He is. That would have been cool. But again, it's nice to see that this new iteration of the world heavyweight champion already has people holding it twice.
Yeah,
So if you think about it, we've had quite a few people hold this belt in the very short amount of time it's been around. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Gunther, Jey Uso, Gunther, Seth Rollins.
yeah,
Followed by, excuse me,
yeah. One
CM
CM
Punk
Punk
did
right
have
there.
that. CM Punk did have that belt for about 5 minutes.
Cool 5 minutes.
Cool 5 minutes. Sorry, my bad.
All right, you ready to speed run Death Before Dishonor?
I am ready to speed run Death Before Dishonor. I want to say this was the pay per view of the weekend. First of all, shout out to Tony Khan. Tony Khan said, "Hey, we're having issues at watchroh.com or however you stream ROH. We're gonna put the whole thing on YouTube."
Yeah, I saw that online, and I thought it was people, trying to rib Tony Khan. But then to see that he actually put out the tweet, I was like, huh.
Tony Khan knows how to do business. Tony Khan also ended up giving everyone who was already subscribed to Ring of Honor a complimentary month for the trouble.
That's actually dope. Tony Khan, good work. Good work.
Hey, like at least there's somebody still doing business for the people. That's all I got to say. So when I watched it through Friday night, it started in the middle of the Lee Moriarty versus Shelwa match. And to be honest with you, I I was very impressed by Shelwa. He's a throwback to what the big power luchadors used to be. You know, Rey Mysterio really changed the game, and everybody wanted to come off the top rope. And now, you know, you got guys like Vikingo and everybody trying to hit the next big high flying spot. But it's good to see a luchador that will pick you up and put you down. And then
And
he
it was
also
a pure match, right?
yes. So he this is one of the first times I watched a pure wrestling match and seen Lee Moriarty challenged in the power area. There are not a lot of pure wrestlers or wrestlers in the pure division that will have him beat as far as the strength side. What you need? Yeah, we're going on a field trip. Sorry, my. So for those of y'all who know, I have a little one. She officially started homeschooling, so we have a field trip today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so as soon as we get done with this, I'll probably watch Raw when we get back because it's 11:40 now. I'll hit the shower and we're going on a field trip. We're gonna go see some sea lions.
Ooh, sea lions.
Yeah, so they have a marine mammal rescue on the other side of the bridge in San Pedro. So we're gonna hop over there. It was one of my favorite field trips I went on as a kid, and it's free. So we're gonna do that. We might find a beach and go find some stuff at the beach for a little while. Then we'll come back. But yeah, I caught Shelwa in the middle of his match. Very impressed. He implemented the Yave style, which we don't see a lot of in America.
Hmm.
That's why I'm such a huge fan of Hechicero because that the technical aspect of lucha libre is vast and incredibly entertaining to watch. Like I love to see Angelico challenge for the pure title a little more.
Because Angelico can fucking wrestle.
Yeah, like we remember Angelico for his crazy spots with Jack Evans and
Lucha
jumping off
Underground.
Dario Cueto's office, but on the mat he's a dog.
Yeah, Angelico is a very underrated mat wrestler. Like, he can wrestle with the best of them.
Absolutely, but it was cool. I love I the pure wrestling division is and Jonathan Gresham and his run in the when they brought the pure championship back is really what got me to fall in love with Ring of Honor. So as much as I don't necessarily believe every belt should have counterpart, I'm still iffy on the women's pure championship. But if it all we need is the right few people in weekly competition. I love the fact that Queen Aminata's in there. I love the fact that Diana Perrazzo is involved, but I think Serena Deeb needs to be the one to
Oh,
win the
yeah.
first Spear Championship.
Serena Deeb needs that win. And going back to the Aminata and Taya Valkyrie match, it just felt like that match wasn't suited for the pure style. I feel like Taya Valkyrie, that's just not necessarily
Yeah,
her style. Because Taya is a very, very well known luchadora. Like,
right.
she is talented as hell, but I don't know if the pure style necessarily is her.
It wasn't because I want to say she ran through all of her rope breaks in like a minute and 30 seconds.
And I think that was part of the style. Like that was trying to get Queen Aminata over like that.
Huh?
I think that was part of the style of the match, and that was trying to get Queen Aminata over,
Yeah.
like as the more intelligent technical wrestler.
Right. And I enjoy that, but it's there's not many straight technical wrestlers in Ring of Honor on the women's side now. Like they had Layla Hirsch, but I want to say she's trying out to be a referee in WWE. They had Layla Hirsch. This was Serena Deeb's whole gimmick in Pandemic. I want to say being the best technical wrestler there
I mean,
on
what was it? It was
repeatedly.
like the professor's. It was like the professor's challenge or some shit like that, and she was
Right,
just tapping people out on the regular with
left
different
and right.
submissions.
So I think, and again, I'm also not a fan of a short bracket tournament. I hate like a four bracket tournament.
Dude, I saw your tweet about that. You're like, I hated it when they did it with the Opera Cup. I hate it when they're doing it with both of
I
these.
just because we've seen a better tournament get put together by Tony Khan. They do it every year in the C2.
Yeah, I just love round robin tournaments.
So I just think we should have thought more about this before we did it. Now I'm not going to complain because we are getting some great matches. I It'd be dope if Trisha Adora came through and just from behind and everybody in STP had gold.
Do you wanna get happy about that real quick, Suge? You wanna talk
Yeah,
about STP
because
winning the trio titles?
I know Matty got to go, so we're gonna run through this real quick. I didn't catch 0 Hour, but we did open up with Tomohiro Ishii and Hologram versus the Varsity Athletes, or whatever they're calling themselves at the moment. The flying carpet is hilarious. I kind of feel uncomfortable laughing at it.
You shouldn't feel uncomfortable laughing at it. They did it.
I kind of feel uncomfortable laughing at it, but I look, I couldn't, I wouldn't do, I wouldn't do such a thing for a gimmick. I I could say
It's ridiculous.
I I could say something. Y'all probably and all 76 people probably leave the room, and half of y'all would look at me crazy on the timeline. But I wouldn't do a thing like that as a gimmick. But again, Tomohiro Ishii and the Hologram set up the win, and they also set up a vignette for El Clon
I already bitched about this at the beginning of the show.
as he did. I think the STP match came after that, and I have several questions in regards to the Von Erichs that need answering.
I might not have answers for the first time in my life.
First of all, I think it's Marshall. Marshall is the one who wrestles in shoes.
I think so.
So we're gonna hit him with a FTR. We're gonna call him Von Erich Barefoot and Von Erich Kickpad. I
Von
have
Erich feet and Von Erich pad.
I have several issues with Von Erich Pad, as well as several issues with Von Erich Barefoot. First of all, I don't like the fact that Von Erich Pad wears wrestling boots and then has kick pads that are stylized like wrestling boots with laces on them.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, because you know I'm a shoe guy.
You are the resident shoe guy. You're the one that calls out Roman Reigns' shoes every now and then.
Roman Reigns shoes. Jalen Hurts had some crazy pair of Jordan cleats that won the couple of Super Bowls we watched together.
Oh yeah, I think it was this last Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, not this last one. The one before that. I didn't watch the last one. I just caught the
Oh, the one that was in L.A.
yeah. I just caught the halftime of the last one. But yeah, that bothered me. Secondly, Von Erich barefoot. Every time I see him, he has his thigh wrapped up. And before Jake something, I would have thought that he was injured. After Jake something, I have questions. I don't know if you've seen him wrestle outside of TNA, but he doesn't have the thigh wrap outside of TNA. Do you know what the thigh wrap is covering? I'll
Is it
give
a
you.
bad tattoo?
It's covering a Shinron tattoo.
Are you kidding me?
He has a Shinron thigh tat. And so that leaves me to ask Von Erich Barefoot,
What's your tattoo?
do you have a legit injury or you got a Cardi B thigh tat? You got the
I
peacock
mean,
feather.
I'm pretty sure you can look it up. Von Erich thigh tat?
I've never seen for I don't think he wrestles enough off TV to not wear it.
And that
Like
don't mean he ain't out at the fucking out fishing and shit.
now that's strange. That's strange, as Ice Cube would say. I'm not about to pull up Von Erich vacation pics to see what's going on. With
Von Erich thigh
wow,
tat.
wow.
All right, hold on.
So while he does that, I will continue to comment on the match. I enjoy the team. I enjoy everything the Shane Taylor Promotions does. I still don't know why Anthony Ogogo is there, but as long as he's still being used for something, hopefully we can see some more singles matches from him. I'm currently shuffling how I pay for wrestling. As you all know, WWE is about to charge $30 for their shows on ESPN. And I don't necessarily have that. I don't necessarily want to spend that, especially when Stephanie McMahon is advertising VPNs, which ESPN is very upset at her about. So I might allocate some wrestling funds elsewhere and just hit the high seas for the WWE stuff. Because honestly, I wasn't all that thrilled about paying $10 a month for the stuff. Not all their pay per views hit. I'd much rather be dissatisfied for $10 instead of pissed for 30.
Yeah, I'm not finding nothing about this Von Erich thigh thing.
So it might be an injury, but I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled. I'm watching you, Von Erich Barefoot.
I'm watching you, Von Erich barefoot. All right, let's get through the rest of this show.
Yeah, I know Matty got to work. I'm a speed run through it. I love the finisher of Bad News and Tattoos, the double stomp, not the double foot
Oh,
stomp.
dude, that trios finisher is killer.
Yeah, two to the head. Oh, is it the headbutt from Shane Taylor followed
Oh
by
no,
two to the head?
it was that fucking like King Kong fucking haymaker that he throws.
Yeah, and then two to the head right after that.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you know. I'll be out after that fucking punch from Shane Taylor. I don't know if I'd be up on
Oh,
my knees for a finish him for the fucking double
yeah, no,
stop.
you could have finished me after that punch.
Shane Taylor is one of the only people that could probably get a punch over as the finisher, like Big Show did.
Yeah, and even when Big Show, and you have to remember, Big Show had a whole training arc to get that punch over. Shane Taylor doesn't need it. But
Wait, was there a training arc for Big Show getting the WMD? I thought he just showed up and punched someone one day.
no, that was the Floyd Money Mayweather thing.
My God, it was.
You remember that?
I do now. I wish
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah. So he lost a bunch of weight. He literally knocked out everybody in the ring. There was a training arc for that. Like you gotta. I was outside.
Oh, I was too. I remember that No Way Out.
And to be honest with you, I don't think I paid for that WrestleMania.
Oh, see, there was a stretch of years where I paid for every WrestleMania. It was bad until the network. I
No,
was
me
in this.
too.
I was in the struggle.
Me too. And this is back before I had money like that. Um that was when my music career was kind of taking off. And so I had money, but it was getting just spent on day to day because it's you don't make a lot as a musician if you're not touring
Spending money.
in the bar scene. I mean, what you have to spend the money to get to that level, but once it's spent, like you don't have to spend it again. I have cymbals and drums that are damn near 10 years old and they still sound amazing. So you really only got to spend the money once. But I was still spending money, so I didn't necessarily have money for pay-per-views, but I was still outside though. Like I think I called when I called Taker losing, I didn't pay for that one. That was also on the high internet seas. But after, so we got this whole match. Sammy Guevara is down a title, and I love that for us. Then after that, it was Swirl versus the Kingdom. I want to know. It was the women's pure match. We already touched on that a little bit.
Are
I
you
don't.
talking about Lee Johnson and fucking Blake Christian?
Yes, the
They're
Swirl.
the Swirl. It is the worst tag team name that I've heard, but it popped me so hard when I heard it.
No, I saw it. I'm like, oh wow, okay, we're going with it.
They just, dude, they looked at both of them and were like, "You guys are a tag team, right?" Yeah, full send on the name.
I don't get it. I'm glad Lee Johnson still has something to do. I'm just surprised he's with Tony Khan releasing a lot of the day ones, and
Yeah,
especially
I was
with
about to
his
say, I'm surprised he's not in NXT right now.
yeah, especially with his strong ties to Cody and the Nightmare Factory. I'm surprised he's still there. But you know, Dustin's still there, and he was like a triple champion a few months ago. Who would have thought? But you know, we touched on the pure matches. We had the swirl match. It's interesting to see what they're doing with Blake Christensen because the narrative now is he's pinned two former Ring of Honor champions in Matt Taven and Jay Lethal. Hopefully that does go somewhere.
I
If
think
not,
he's got more than one win against, or more than just Jay Lethal and Taven now. I forgot who else he pinned, but he had a run in ROH where he was just on top of everyone.
I know that's what I'm not a weekly watcher of Ring of Honor. I'm gonna try to get into it again. You know, we're reallocating this wrestling money because WWE. I'm not paying for ESPN. I will continue to pay for Peacock because NXT pay-per-views do not disappoint. But I'm not. It's gonna take me a minute to get to Peacock. I need to ESPN. I'm gonna need to see a little bit more value in ESPN than what we got right now. So after that, we had yeah. Let's get Matty back on the screen. I'm seeing too much. My people's is
Yeah, I
up.
was about to say, I'm back. I'm back in the car. I'm back in the car.
Back in the car. Uh, Paul Walter Hauser versus what's his name? Dang.
It was QT
Gotcha.
Marshall, right?
QT Marshall. Yeah, I was drawing a blank. I kind of put him out of my mind after the big boom thing. But I like how they have him working. I'm tired. Boss. I'm tired. But I enjoy how they have him working with. Oh, you cut out there. What'd you say?
I said I'm tired of the fucking Costco guys.
Yeah, I'm tired of the Costco guys, but I like how they have QT Marshall working with people who might not have the most wrestling experience or the best wrestling experience. Paul Walter Hauser. Wasn't his first match in the 2300. Paul Walter Hauser, I want to say, has had several matches with MLW that if you enjoyed this match, you should check out. But
He
I'm
also has wrestled.
we keep losing Matty. But yeah, Paul Walter Hauser, this was he's in and out like hopscotch.
Bro, I don't know what just happened there, but he's also wrestled for GCW, hasn't he?
I think so. I I wasn't paying attention if he did, but
Yeah, he's had a
I'm
couple matches now, but yeah, this match was something else.
the tables got involved. We got to see Hook. When I do something with Hook, Tony, please do something with Hook. I I think they have beef with Action Bronson. That's why they changed his theme. But this was a cool match. Paul Walterhauser bled the hard way, or he bled. I don't know if it was the hard way. It wasn't like as hard way as they have been in AEW, where people are taking like screwdrivers and forks to body parts. But he most definitely had a tad bit of color there. And yeah, this was a cool match. I like that this was the hardcore match, and they didn't necessarily have to take itself too seriously. Because one thing they do in AEW is they take those stipulation type matches incredibly seriously. I have never seen
Oh
bloodier
yeah,
street fights than AEW. Like
man, I just watched a minivan run a red light.
he's in the car on the way to work. Okay, I'll finish it up. Then we had my match of the night, Hechicero versus Bandito. I think Hechicero is one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. I got to see, he's one of the wrestlers I went out of my way to see in person at the end of 2024. I want to say, yeah, 2024. I caught Hechicero versus Leo Rush at Strong Style Evolved in Long Beach. I'm so glad that he's getting the spotlight at this juncture in his career. And we should have known Tony Khan does not miss when he books Luchador versus Luchador. It's been that way for a very long time. And even in Ring of Honor, before he had signed what's his name now? Beast Moros. And he was
Frank
still working.
Mordos.
Yeah, he was still working as Black Taurus. Vikingo versus Black Taurus or Taurus. I think it was Black Taurus in AAA.
Yes,
Not AAA.
Taurus.
TNA. He was a Black Taurus over there. But or to be honest, that could have been the other guy because that's a popular gimmick in Mexico, it seems. But like that was a marquee match at another Ring of Honor pay per view, and it wasn't even for a Ring of Honor title. My daughter's favorite luchador is Bandito. Great choice. Great
I think
choice.
I think the best part about this match is the fact that their styles meshed so well. Because
Yeah,
Bandito isn't your like modern luchador where he flies all over the place. Like, yes, Bandito is insanely quick, but he is a powerful motherfucker, and he
yeah.
is going to keep his offense on the ground for the most part. So him and Hechicero have just a beautiful chemistry together.
Chef's kiss of a match. Definitely a match of the year candidate. And again, I'd love to see the non-standard luchador. Like we were talking about earlier, the high flyers are cool and all, but ever since Pentagon Jr. came on the scene, like he's changed how I wanted to see people have a lucha match. Like again, I do love me a good flippity floppity high fly rope walking luchador, but give me both sides. I enjoyed Jeff Cobb's take on what a luchador could be as Matanza. Mil
Oh yeah.
Muertes is goaded. Pentagon Jr., Hechicero, Bandito. Arez, as we were talking about earlier. Uh, shoot.
Just incredible luchadors that are more impactful, more powerful. You know, they put a style into it that isn't necessarily, high spot. It's well thought out. It is meticulous. Like, I
It's
think Pentagon really, like you said, he really did change the game because he brought impactful luchador style to a mainstream with Lucha Underground.
for sure. And there were others that most definitely helped. Swerve was there, but he was working more of he wasn't as heavy as he is now. So he wasn't working the style he was now. He was more elusive and hard to catch. He was more like the slippery luchador. But I'm just give me somebody who's gonna throw you around the ring. I love Bandito and his him and Don Callis. That was my favorite part of the match. Also, I love Don Callis. He might be my favorite heel manager because he brings so much to the table. I enjoy his commentary, even in character.
He's a phenomenal commentator.
Don Callis should be heading somebody's commentary team. Maybe even Maple Leaf Pro. Hopefully so. I'd love to see that. But we also missed off on the second Sammy Guevara match of the night. Again, Bandito
Oh
match.
goddamn it!
Yeah, Sammy Guevara is so forgetful. He's another person I've been trying to forget. But he turned his back on the Sons of Texas and aligned with LFI to take on the Outrunners. His tag team partner was Roosh. I can't wait to see this championship get freebirded.
W- wait. So he fucking turned on the Von Erichs and went heel in the same night.
He did. So he lost the trios match with two to the head. He was the one who was pinned. And so the narrative going forward was because he was. So basically, what happened was Dustin Rhodes got removed from both teams, but the people who teamed with Dustin Rhodes were able to still challenge for the belts, basically shy of earning it because it's basically an honor system. Y'all had it last. If y'all aren't at fault for why the belts had to be vacated. So
Okay,
the
okay.
the Sons of Texas decided because Sammy Guevara was Dustin Rhodes' tag team that they were going to try to win the trios belts together in his honor. But there was a reporter lady like outside of the Von Erichs locker room, like, "Hey, the Von Erichs have offered their services to Sammy Guevara. It was Sammy's choice who his partner was going to be, and instead of choosing either Von Erich barefoot or Von Erich shoed kick pad, he went with Roosh, which, to be honest with you,
Better choice.
much better choice. Somebody said that now that Sammy Guevara is in LFI, they should put a mask on him and call him El Hijo de Pendejo Jr. the Third or something. And I want to credit that person because I laughed incredibly too hard at that. That was La Chetiza on, on Twitter. But put him in a mask. I wish they would have done something like that sooner. Like Sammy Guevara has no visible tattoos that we'd be able to identify him as long as he changed up his mannerisms. Put him in the Fuego mask for all I care. Let him be Fuego 3. I think we need a break from Sammy Guevara. But anyway, Sammy Guevara is still a champion in Ring of Honor. Speaking of people who are still champions in Ring of Honor, Mina Shirakawa was not successful in defeating Athena at Death Before Dishonor. I pretty much think we saw that coming. When shout out to the Silver Dollar, formerly the Dirty Quarter of the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast, when he let me know that the that this pay-per-view was free on YouTube, I caught that match, and of course we all knew that she's just not shy of 1,000 days. He's sitting here thinking that Mina Shirakawa is going to be a threat. Again, I was first exposed to Mina Shirakawa at Strong Style Evolved and also through AEW. But Tony Khan's booking, you can tell when titles are going to change hands and when they're not. Whatever story is going to take Athena, the belt off of Athena, is going to be epic if it's not an injury, unfortunately. Kind of how it took Bandito quite a while for him to win the championship from Chris Jericho. Even with Chris Jericho, I don't know why they did this, but Chris Jericho jumped Bandito in LA, and that was not a smart decision. I still haven't seen it. I'm not going to watch it, but yeah, we love Lucha over here. Probably should have had him win there. That's how let him win in Los Angeles. Let him win at Staples Center, even if it was on a 0 hour. But Athena and Mina Shirakawa was another amazing match. Athena comes out in the 2300 arena with Blue Meanie, and that means something to me. Sorry, I be putting on caps too tight at the crib. But yeah, this was a solid match. Athena hasn't had a bad match since he changed up her gimmick and started being a little too hard on the women. I still don't forget that. Y'all thought she was doing too much, but that literally kicked off the run of her career. And to be honest, is who's next? I hope that Bandito can build up the men's Ring of Honor championship back to its former glory. That it sort of was robbed from it with Chris Jericho. And even hopefully it can get to the links of what Athena's been able to create with the women's Ring of Honor championship, because I believe that's main evented the last handful, I want to say 6+ Ring of Honor shows. Have we lost Matty? I know Matty was on his way to work. We might have lost Matty. That's okay. It was a crazy week of wrestling. I know Raw's happening right now. I'm going to check it out later. Hopefully we can have some discourse about it on the timeline. Shout out to Matty for stepping in and hanging out with me today. I'm going to go ahead and call this one. Thank all 87 of y'all for tuning in with our inconsistent streams. I will let y'all know when I get to the point where I'm not as important at work again and I have my schedule back. I miss y'all. I miss this. There's other things I've been able to do as consistently as I've been wanting it to with this new job transition. And, the house is currently a mess. The drum heads are in the box because we are in the process of moving up out of here as well. So it's a lot of moving parts in life right now. Stay tuned to Suge Wrestling, at Suge Wrestling on Twitter. That's where we're going live from right now. Also follow us at West Coast Graps. More information should break from one of those 2 pages. Thank all of y'all for tuning in. Thank all of y'all for sharing, and I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day.